Hello everybody, welcome to Pyre. Got my mouse on the screen even though I'm going to be using my controller. I'm recording this before the holidays. I guess I'll try and get it out after the new year. I'm not entirely set on it. It's only like a couple of days away. It's like, well, it's the 20th today, but it's like 2 in the morning? It's about 2 in the morning. That's going to be problematic. I just went to take a sip of my coffee, but it hit my microphone and caused a bit of audio. Alright, so Pyre's been one of those games that I've been wanting to play for a long time. I say that a lot. I need to stop saying that. Been wanting to play for... Oh, I never heard this part of the introduction. That's beautiful. I actually really like the music in Pyre. I've already played through it once. As you can see from this. But we're not going to play from there. We're going to play, like, somewhere in the middle. New campaign. Fuck. Okay, so hurry text while enabled, hold X to rush story events. Toggle subtitles for voices during the writes. Why not? Aim assist while enabled, hold B to automatically lock it in your... Nope, I don't want that. I am not... Oh, what the fuck? Alright, so... All Titan stars unlocked, some must be reused. Oh, no. Some must be used. Enlightenment. Oh, shit. White loot. Oh, no, never mind. I know what that is. Fully unlocked? Holy shit. Oh. We'll have to do like a thing of true Nightwing difficulty like sometime later on. We'll just play it on standard, which I think I did the first time. The worst against it? Yeah, whatever. The only issues I've ever had in this game fighting up against some of the people in the rights, I'm not even going to go into describing the game because it'll do that itself. But like in fighting the rights was one particular group at one particular time, which scared the ever-loving shit out of me because the groups before that point were no contest, but then all of a sudden all the tricks that I had used previously like didn't work anymore. I think I need to press a button here in order to continue. Yep. So welcome to Pyre. The game was made by the same developers that made Bastion and Transistor. I love the music in this game. When I first played Bastion back in 2012, I really fell in love with the music then. I really, really liked it. And I really like the music in this game. So these little orange texts, you can scroll over them and it'll give you like a description. Your days in downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. 3 shapes emerge, each clad in strange attire. Downside, a vast purgatory into which Commonwealth casts its convicts and its enemies. None have been known to return from this forsaken land. Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. See, you right on schedule. What'd I tell you? You told us we would find someone alive. Sunday. And I said we'd find someone alive Sunday. Just not today, I guess. But don't be glum. You know, I see you frowning underneath that mask. Looks like he's breathing. The masked wanderers presume you are male. I am indeed male. It seems he still is. Then stand aside. I shall send him to a better place. He's a he? Can you people just tell? Hang on, the markings on his rags. I think he's one of them. But look at him. He's beyond our help and we are beyond his. Broken, shaking, starving, probably disease. Yeah, good luck with that one there, chum. See you back at the wagon. Indeed. The day grows dim. You have at best an hour. Understood. It won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns toward you and begins unfastening his mask. Hello, my friend. Don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us, we're equal nothings here. You're parched, and he gives you a drink. You ache. He binds your wounds. You hunger, and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There. Turns out it's tougher than you look. Name's Headwind. Now, come on. One of the 3 masked wanderers who found you clinging to life down on the downside. You sense no ill intent as he helps you up and leads you to the old black wagon. Nothing like stately vessels that paraded the Commonwealth criminals through the alabaster streets. Edwin beckons you to enter the black wagon. Step inside. Hell yeah. The weather-beaten wagon is as much a mess inside as out as you see the masked woman and the talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back, and with a guest. She loosens the clasps on her mask. You may call me Jodariel. And as for myself, The small one struggles with his mask. Jodaro soon assists him. Ow! That is to say, you may regard me by the name of Rookie Greentail. He is the smallest yet loudest of the 3 masked wanderers who found you clinging to life. Fucking that mustache, man, I swear to God. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then motions to the others. She glances at you sidelong as she speaks. Can he do it? Hope so. I haven't asked him yet. What? What are we waiting for? Hey, chum, nice meeting you and all, but tell me something. You know how to read or what? Ask me if you are a reader. One who can derive meaning from text. Literacy has been prohibited for centuries. Those with the knowledge of the old ways violate the laws of the land. Do I admit to it? Do I deny it? Or do I remain silent? He said we're equal nothings. I'll admit to it. Confirm their suspicions. There is no use trying to hide it now. Well then, glory days! Because it just so happens my associates and I, we got ourselves some nice material here for someone just like you. Reader, you still live thanks to us, and we ask for something modest in exchange. Open one of those books back there and tell us what it says. Sorry to put you on the spot like this, my friend. The exiles indicate the books in their possession. Have a look. Strange book, one of the several such heavy, ominous volumes. The exiles you met seem very interested in them. You've fucking 6 or 7 of the exact same book. It's weird. Pick up one of the old and heavy volumes, bound in materials you do not recognize. Love it. I'm not going to be reading all this out to you. I'll read this one, and then after that, there's fucking 50 pages in here I'm not going to read. Formal welcome. Undersigned by the 8 scribes. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote the Book of Rights. That you possess it and have the capacity to glean its words is a testament enough to your potential. Thus we reveal a path for this forsaken place to freedom, a homecoming in glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide. Ere the turning of the year's first solstice, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of 8, as they align as shown. Arrive as a triumvirate, clad in the raiments of the rights, bearing this book. Oblige the voice that tells you more. And if you inspect it or press Y for a closer look, you don't have to fucking squint at the words to decipher it, it'll just tell you exactly what this says. Which is nice, because some of the writing gets hard to read. The book describes a complicated method to which the exiles can return to the Commonwealth. The words swim through your mind as Hedwyn gets your attention. So remember how it said no one ever returns? This is our only way back. Well, friend, what does it say? But then your vision starts to fade and blur, you feel your body weaken and give out. Whisked away by the Book of Magic. Something about coffee with milk in it that just dries out your tongue. It's fucking weird.
Dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge?
Hello.
So soon after your sentence into exile. 'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rights, the one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
It worked. So it is true. Yeah, but what now? And where'd the reader go? We should be out there still. For now, we have to put our faith in him. So these... He could abandon us. He won't. Look upon the 3 of them from beyond, as Hedwyn then calls out to you. So you control your characters. Even though I said I wouldn't explain it, basically it's like basketball. You control 3 characters. You can only control 1 at a time. Each of them has a separate ability as well as skills that you can unlock. You carry an orb, which you then have to toss into the flames. By carrying the orb of one of your characters and putting it into the flame, you cleanse the flame. If you douse the other side's flame, then you win. Simple as that. You look upon the 3 of them from beyond as Hedwyn then calls out to you. Reader, we aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die in the downside. And now, I swear to you, when we get out of here, you're going to come with us. But first, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom, you focus all your mental faculties to do as Hedwyn asked.
A celestial real orb falls from the heavens when the time is nigh. Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, or they must prove their trust in one another.
Good.
Not just in themselves. The three must act as one.
So each of them can sprint. Ruki can sprint longer, he goes much faster. Jodario can only dash. She can't sprint. So the one that becomes purified will be exempt from the next round.
Yes, the exile Edwin has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished.
Yep.
For a time. His or her cohorts must make do on their own. Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours. The aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it as a part of you. Cast your aura like a stone. Correctly done. Again. Just so. A glorious performance, I admit.
You'll notice that when their auras join up, they become larger.
Grasp the orb once more. The orb absorbs the aura. Then the orb quenches the flame. Now I say jump.
Bah!
Leap with all your strength.
Ruki can jump further, but he can't jump high. Jumping high is something that I haven't really taken advantage of, but it is important.
Snuff out the adversary's pyre, whilst yours yet burns.
There we go.
Onward thus to greater glory. Didn't see it coming.
Oh yeah.
One and all.
There we go.
Now that is how you snuff a flame.
Alright, so yeah, you want to banish the other opponents because you don't want to touch their aura, more or less.
Now then.
I mean, they're just going to do their own thing, which is fine. Something important to note is that you won't be banished if you do manage to just throw the aura into the flame. Ah! Made it.
Not much of a splash that
Good.
time.
It's fine. Try jumping, eh? Okay.
There.
They're giving you extra objectives. I'm not really sure if it manages to mean anything. See, we didn't actually get banished that time. Ooh, if you run out of stamina, then you can't jump. So if you sprint out all your stamina, you can't actually jump afterwards. You need to kind of be a little bit aware of
Dear reader,
what you're doing.
now you understand.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you? This was but
I
a
understand very well.
glimpse
You
of
don't
that
understand
which
what
lies
I know
ahead.
understand.
I would tell you to turn back. Cast down your hope. But all those such as you never listen.
No, not really. During the rites, only one exile on each side can act at a time. All three must act as one. The others are still picking themselves up after you awaken. Well, that was something. That was our way out. So now we just follow the stars, or what? Supposedly. Reader, come, let us regard the night. Jodario leads you outside, where a clear night sky waits. Now show us before the howlers catch our scent. Where shall the rites commence? An ancient ritual competition through which the worthiest exiles regain their freedom. The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours. Prayer from the Book of Rites. Gaze at the stars, seek out your destination. We get choices of what we do afterwards. They have like little lores and stuff like that, so you have these frickin' olden stars. We don't really have a choice between the stars that we go through the first set of the rites, but we have choices afterwards. There's something called the Liberation Rite, which they'll explain when we get there. 200 leagues due east to the Ridge of Goal. Great, and we're supposed to be there when exactly? Very soon, according to the stars, you should be able to arrive in time if you make haste. Then we'd best get started. Well, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Jody? Jodariel turns to you, studying you. Reader, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time. What she means is glad to have you aboard, chum. We're counting on you, my friend. See you inside. The rights are the key. It's a lot to take in. Join them in the wagon. Let's skedaddle. There was one piece of information during my original playthrough that I didn't actually obtain, and I didn't realize at the time that I would only get one chance to ask a key question, and that is Hedwyn's backstory, why he was exiled. The other ones, they'll just tell you, no problem. He doesn't tell you shit unless you ask in the very beginning. You arrive in the downside prairie where the road ahead is forked. There's a lack of consensus about which way to proceed. Telling you we ought to take the northern pass. Got an associate holed up in Hollow Route I've got to pay a visit to besides. Fly on your associate. Best we head to Blooming Pool and avoid attention, and get stuck in a bog while we're at it. The dispute continues as Hedwyn listens for a while. What if the reader settled this? He marks the way. We get us there. Sure. If the rites are meant to test our faith, then we'd best learn to trust the reader's instincts on our path, no second-guessing him along the way. Can we all live with that for now? Yeah, sure, if necessary. Then it's settled. Just point the way, my friend. The stars guide us through. The last time that I did this, I chose to go through Hollow Route and help out Ruki. But I never thought to think about what Jodariel thinks. She said she can find some rare flora here. If you go Ruki's path, you get something to sell at the shop that we'll soon encounter. If you go to this path, God only knows. Sometimes you find trinkets, sometimes you find things to sell. I honestly have no idea. Jodariel offers to show you around Blooming Pool after she notices you staring at the bogs and vegetation near the wagon. Soon something catches her eye. Observe, this shall pay for half our trip. Black Bloom, it is quite valuable. Value 30. I think they're worth the exact same amount, truth be told. But 30 that you get for this thing is actually pretty impressive. Apparently it took me like 18 hours or so, or maybe like closer to 16 hours to beat this game the first time. The black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of the Ridge of Goal. The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rite. And page revealed the first exile. We're not going to go and read that, but we're just going to pop in there, get the fuck out of there. You got rugs, you got pots, you got things. Things will sparkle and it'll tell you neat stuff. There's also these little bastards. Look how cute he is. Hello. Adorable. Every now and again you can interact with the characters inside the wagon, and certain interactions will improve their stats or give them negative stats. It depends on how you approach them and how you speak to them about things. Reader, Greentail here was just complaining about how you opted not to take us up to the Hollow Route. What? And violate our anti-second-guessing pact? Nah, I was only saying how our chum's gonna have to keep on making the tough calls. Besides, just making sure we get something to pawn off for the next slug market we find. And we have. Now let us focus on the task at hand. We have reached our destination and have much left to prepare before tonight. Two of them soon go about rummaging through the raiments and the books strewn about the wagon, leaving you to your own devices. True. Common room. You may review various notes and observations about your fellow exiles and their respective paths toward enlightenment in the rites. So, this is the enlightenment. This is, other words, their experience. Each time you hit one of these markers, they'll gain a skill point that we can use to put into their masteries. And then you have talismans and stuff that you can equip them with. See if I can explain the stats, more or less. Glory is the amount of damage that they'll do to the fire. Quickness is their speed. Hope is the amount of time it takes for them to rejoin after they've been banished by a rival team. And presence is the size of their aura. So Hedwyn's got a presence of 13. Jodariel's got a presence of 23. Ruki's got a presence of 3. In the game, they say that's a representation of your sins, or how you believe your sins weigh on you. I don't know. Ruki's pretty quick. It also takes a long time to come back. He also does less damage. As you can imagine, Jodariel is slow as shit. Her hope is not that high. She has a large presence, and she does a lot of damage if you can get her into the fire. You can, it just takes a little bit of finagling. She was one of the most powerful characters toward the end of my game last time. Actually, all three of these characters are extremely good once you get their masteries up, like, much further. There's nothing that you can see here in terms of his masteries because we haven't even unlocked the first level of the Enlightenment. So we don't really get to see anything there. Hedwyn is basically a support character. Jodariel's pretty well just a tank or an attacker. That's how I used her. And Ruki's just a mad speed demon pretty much. You get a handful of other assorted colorful characters along the way and they each do their own thing and they're all really useful. Except for one that I never quite figured out how to use properly. And when they come up, you will know because I cannot use them properly. Alright, nothing else to do, let's commence the rite. The first episode will drag on long. We need to continue the rite for now. As darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the rites. The preparations are set, however, everything is still and calm. Soon they grow restless. Keep telling you there's nothing here. What a bunch of idiots we are. If we traveled all this way for nothing. I don't think we did. Look up. So each one of these destinations where the stars are said to hold a rite is like, there's a titan there, and it's the site of a long dead titan that was defeated by one or all of the 8 scribes in the past. Goal of the rite is to something something.
The stars align at last. You reach the Ridge of Gaul at the appointed time, and your triumvirate is ready.
Absolutely, dog.
Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the accusers. Whosever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom. Now let the rites commence.
It's fair to say that not every other triumvirate that we face will end up having the same constitution of characters that we do. For instance, we have Hedwyn, and I believe he's a nomad class. They have 3 nomad class, so they get to sprint and long jump and stuff like that. It's interesting. The stars are aligned and your pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others who are also clad in raiments, your adversaries in the rites. Everyone ready? Let's hope so. Be still, we have a visitor. The one whom she refers to steps forward. At last, the Nightwings grace us with their presence. The Nightwing being the name of our triumvirate. Each of them has a triumvirate that names were passed down in the past. The Nightwings is just something that's gifted to the blue raiments that we have on. The Nightwings will be explained later on down the road. I see that reports of your demise have been exaggerated after all. Even I was beginning to think that you were gone for good. Nobody moves, save for the man robed in gold who unfastens his mask. So what he means by he thought that they were dead is the fact that the old Nightwings supposedly disappeared. There was a fallout or an event that happened and they just completely stopped showing up to the rites and people didn't know where they were at, right? So we've picked up their raiments and assumed their identity. Surprised to see old Lendel again? I trust you remember my face, though you must have assumed never to see it after last time. Parent leader of the exiled triumvirate you encountered at the Ridge of Gaul. Never had I come so close to freedom only for you to dash my hopes. Now I and the accusers shall repay that affront. He shoves his mask back on and takes his position with his comrades. You're about to get owned, son. It is time. From the shadows you clutch the Book of Rites and focus on the task in hand.
Begin.
You're dead. Oof. Perfect.
One triumvirate stands unopposed. A daring display.
So we don't do much damage if we
Flinging the
throw
orb
it in.
into the flames like that.
Yeah, we don't do much damage if we fling it into the orb
You
like that.
banishment using such tricks.
Exactly. Oh, there we go. Playing at the standard difficulty doesn't present me with a hell of a lot of challenge. No, I shall not accept defeat from you again. Dude, listen to the music! It's so good. Hear me, accuser. Stand your ground, let your auras boil with rage.
It seems that you have flustered the accusers.
Yeah, they'll start to adopt different tactics. We've rattled them, they mean to draw us out. Then we'll just have to run more circles around them. It's Rookie's time to shine, man.
Have you any idea what that Lendl did to deserve his exile? No sign of the accusers.
Good luck with that. There we go.
Flung with considerable precision.
He got 13 for doing that. Hedwyn only got 9.
Now go.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, the longer that you hold down the button, the more damage that it deals. So Hedwyn didn't get that big a score because he just waited too long. There we go. If I can get Jodariel in there, I should be able to deal with this right now. Ah! Okay, I tried. Yeah, I can do whatever. There we go. I was hoping to just like put Jodariel in there and finish it right off the bat, but it didn't work out that way. There we go. Just walk right in there.
You have prevailed. Rejoice then in your single fleeting victory.
Yeah, shut up, dude. You'll be on my side soon enough. Your deceit may have earned you a hollow victory, but know this. The accusers will not forget your wickedness, and next when we meet, we'll rue the day.
Bask now
rue the day.
in the wisdom of the scribes.
Yep, they conducted the right. There we go. Prevailed in the right. We have withstood worse nights than this, though few is strange.
Only the enlightened can regain their freedom.
There we go. After using her rush to lunge forward, Jodariel can rush again right away. That's an important one to have. After banishing an adversary, Jodariel instantly recovers all of her stamina. So the way this works is each one of these will unlock the other, right? And I can go 2 in this side, 2 in this side. I can go 1 here and 3 here, or I can go all 4 in 1. It's like, whatever. I think I just went all 4 in this one, actually. It was really powerful for me. Yep. So Jodariel's the only one that really gets any of the enlightenment right now, but that's fine. After the rites, the accusers disappear into the darkness. As you return to the wagon, in the still night sky, you see a single star burns brighter than the rest, beckoning you onward. We're coming up on half an hour here. I'm just going to end it real quick after it loads in. Well, my friends, what can I say? The rights are real, and we're in. The Getting Out of Here Club. Next up on the agenda, keep chasing stars until we're free. Until we are free. Until we are free. You're here. Sounds fine. Might as well be us instead of Lendl back there. Cold-mannered head of the accusers and bears an old grudge against the Nightwings. Anyway, guess we better start packing. As the others go about their business, Hedwyn turns to you. Reader, come walk with me while the stars are still out. Yes, sir. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for a time before he speaks up. You have questions. Come, ask away. We need you in on this for the long haul. Alright. The last time, I asked how he got this wagon. This time, I want to know why he was exiled. You ask Edwin what he did to get sentenced to living in the downside. He maintains eye contact and his smile. Good question, my friend. We're gonna have a lot of time to discuss that and many other things. Make you a deal. Read the stars for us again, and I'll tell you about it on the way. You sense he speaks truly as he beckons you toward the fading dark above. So at this point right now, we're actually just gonna leave it right here, and I'm just gonna slowly drift off into my outro here. It's been a long one. It's 30 minutes. I want to keep them roughly down to about 20 minutes if I can. One right per session, you know, keep things interesting, or like some action here and there. Buy some trinkets, trade some goods, you know, so on and so forth. But I want to thank you for watching. I want to get back into doing this come the new year, past the new year, I guess, when this comes out, and kind of reinvigorate myself into why I was doing these before. There was a time way back when where I really enjoyed doing these kinds of videos, but I'll get more into that with an update video that I plan on making somewhere down the road. I just need to sketch out like a general topic of discussionary pathways that I need to take, different things to branch off of and things I need to talk about. I want to thank you so much for watching. To all my friends out there, I've been Michael, you've been awesome, this has been Pyre. I hope you have a good day, or a good night, or a good morning, wherever you're at, and wherever you're going, and I'll catch you next time.